Hello lovely learners, welcome back to my channel. I'm a bit of a hot mess today, so you get to look at our lovely UNC bear. His name is Claus. But I'm making this video to show everyone how to find classes before, and like the sections they want before they register for classes, because part of my job, which put a comment if you want to learn more about my job, but part of my job is to help with advising for my school, UNC, and everyone's super confused about classes and how to see them and all that. So we are going to chat about how you look at the classes before you have to register for them. Alright, so the first step to find the classes is to go to the UNC website. That's unco.edu. That takes you to this page. Go to Academics, Schedule of Classes. That will take you here. You'll click on the button that says Go to the Schedule of Classes that's on the right over there. You will end up at, well, possibly a loading screen. And then you'll pick the term. So I'm picking Fall of 2021. The subject, I'm picking American Sign Language, because that's one that I'm more familiar with. You'll hit Run. And it's going to take you to this page that has all of the ASL classes that are going on next semester. Once you're at this page, you'll see all these columns. First one, course. So ASL 101-001, that is the section because there's multiple different sections of a class. The next is course title. So ASL 1 is the name of this class. The CRN, I think, is like, it's the course registration number or something like that. That is a way for you to search classes when you're registering, and it's the identification for that class and that specific section of that class. If you were like trying to tell your advisor which class you wanted or something like that, you could use that section number or the CRN. The course dates, everything should be pretty similar. The only reason that it will vary is if it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or a Tuesday, Thursday, because Tuesday, Thursday's last day will obviously be different than Monday, Wednesday, Friday's last day in the semester. So those might change. And then you can see if it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or a Tuesday, Thursday. In the next column, over from that is the course times. All the different sections will have different times. So you have lots of options about times and days, especially for classes like ASL 1. A lot of people want to take ASL 1, so there's a lot of sections and a lot of choices. The next is credit hours. That's important for many different reasons. Most people take 15 credit hours. To be a full-time student, you have to be taking 9. And 12 is approximately 4 classes, although some majors and classes have weird different numbers of credit hours. There's the building and the room on here. I find this helpful because if I am planning 2 classes close together, like in time, I also want the buildings to be close together so that I don't only have 5 minutes to get from one end of campus to the next. You can see how many seats there are left in the class and how many students are allowed in the class in total, and that'll kind of let you know if you're waiting, if it's filling up, if it's already really full and registration just opened, you might want to get on registering so you don't lose a seat in that class. A lot of the schedule type, it's pretty much either lecture or lab. What's been very important this past year has been the instructional method, because there was face-to-face, distanced, online, or mixed face-to-face, which is hybrid. I don't know why they didn't just call it hybrid. It'll tell you where it is. We have some off-campus stuff, but everything you should be doing should be on campus if you're a traditional student. The instructor is on there as well. I always like to look up my professors on Rate My Professor. Obviously, if that's the only choice, you're just going to have to take that class, and I haven't had any terrible experiences with any professors, even if they didn't get fabulous reviews on Rate My Professor, so don't put too much stock in that, but it's always nice to look. And over on the far right is the LAC category. LAC is Liberal Arts Core. Most of you may know this as general ed. It's like the history, the math, the English that you have to do before you can do your major requirements, and in the catalog, in this schedule of classes, it'll tell you which ones, if a class corresponds to any of those requirements. Because sometimes you can double dip, as it were, and get a requirement done at the same time as you're doing something fun or a major requirement or something like that. If you click on the name of the course, it will take you to a page that looks like this, which is the detailed class information. It'll tell you what term it is, what level, where it is, if it's a lecture or lab, the instructional method, the number of credits, and all the seat stuff. I know it says all of this in what I just showed you, but I do find this more helpful sometimes, just like a better layout to look at, and I'm not looking at classes that don't actually apply to me. And also from here, you can go to view the catalog entry. So when you do that, it will take you to this next page, which is the, like, specifically what this class is all the time. So it's like for ASL 1, introduces the basics of American Sign Language and Deaf culture, designed for students who have limited or no knowledge of ASL, focusing on receptive and expressive skills, and basic conversation, dialogue, and vocabulary development. And it says like what department, the division, the course attributes down here. That's what I was talking about with the general ed, the LACs. So it was a section 8 that changed this year for incoming freshmen, so that might not make sense if you're an incoming freshman. Otherwise, it has a multicultural studies attribute, which is something that you have to take a multicultural class. So that's interesting. And then you can go backwards. You can return to previous here if you're done looking at this. And just for fun, since I am a theater arts major, we're going to look at some theater arts classes. And something that I'll take this opportunity to show you, if the course is in red, that means that it is full, no longer available, you cannot sign up for it. Some classes do have wait lists. It's a little bit tricky from what I hear though, so try to register as early as possible. I know registration dates are staggered, so that can make it difficult sometimes, but follow your advisor will give you a 4-year plan. Follow that as closely as possible, because that has more of a guarantee of you getting into the classes that you need when you need them. Something else I was going to show you here, it's all theater arts, but there's like these 2 sections in here, and that is because the top half is 100 level courses and the bottom is 200, 300, and 400. Some types of classes have 100 and 200 on the top, or there's so many classes in, like, I'm going to make this up, but let's say in business, so there's a million sections in there. Now I want to show you, you can remove those full courses by clicking that little box that I just did, and now you'll only see courses that are available. I feel like this helps my stress because I don't have to be like, oh, look what I missed. It can just be like, here are my options. This is what I have to work with. Let's figure it out. Anyway, y'all, hopefully this video was helpful. I know it seems a little bit random, but it's something I've been seeing people struggle with, so I wanted to put it out there for my UNC students. And I hope that you will consider subscribing. Thanks, y'all. Bye.